Imagine this. A field of small purple flowers opens up in the dark. Not in daylight, but in the soft, silvery glow of the moon. Most people think flowers only wake with the sun. But some flowers bloom under cover of darkness, as if to dream. They open slowly, petal by petal, as though listening to the quiet sky. And that's where things get weird. Some of these flowers bloom at night, releasing their sweetest scent only after midnight. Almost like they are whispering to the stars. But that's merely the tip of the iceberg. Tonight, we're going to travel through a serene world of flowers. Not in a busy garden. Not in a noisy wood. The flight may be soft, drifting, wherein each petal has a story to relate. A quiet story. One that opens soft, like the rose when it blooms. And here's something most people don't know. Flowers don't grow themselves. They watch. They respond. They remember light, and they move in patterns scientists still don't fully understand. One little blue flower can follow the sun across the sky, in a kind of slow-motion dance. Another can warm itself in the cold morning air. Some flowers even make soft snapping sounds while growing, though you can only hear them with special microphones. But there's something even more mysterious. Something hidden under the petals. Every flower has a secret code inside, a pattern of shapes and colors that insects can see, but humans cannot. It's like a map in invisible ink that's been hidden. And those secret maps? They guide the bees, much like runway lights at an airport. You'll hear the whole story in just a minute. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore. A flower so rare it blooms only every few decades. A flower that listens to the buzzing sound of a bee. A flower that takes hours to open up one petal, like a sunrise in slow motion. A bloom that traps the warm air inside itself, almost like a miniature heater. A species that glows under moonlight in ways the human eye can't detect. And it all leads to one soft, quiet truth about why flowers exist. A truth most people never hear. But we'll get there gently. Slowly. Like walking through a garden at sunset. Step by step. Breath by breath. Just for now, imagine a field of nodding white flowers swaying in the evening breeze. A field in which sound becomes muffled. And time seems to pass more slowly. And your entire body starts to let go of the day. Let me show you exactly how this happens. Petal by petal. To comprehend flowers, you have to envision the earth long prior to the emergence of human beings. Back when the forests were quiet. Back when the wind was the main voice. Back when the world had almost no color. This is the part people forget. The first plants of Earth did not have flowers. No roses. No lilies. No daisies. Just green. Simple green. And then something changed. Slowly. Quietly. It is thought by scientists that the first true flowers began to appear about 140 million years ago. They were small. They were simple. But they had something new, something powerful. Light plus color plus scent. A complete communication system. And here's the interesting part. Flowers did not evolve to impress humans. Not at all. They evolved to send messages to insects. To say things like, "Here is food. Come closer. Take this pollen to the next place." Every petal, every stripe, every scent is a message. The more you look at flowers, the deeper the messages go. Some flowers use shape as a language. Some patterns involve tiny arrows that lead insects to the center. Some use timing, opening only at the exact hour when the right visitor shows up. For example, the bright yellow flower of the goat's beard opens only in morning. It closes again by noon. Almost like it's shy. Another rare bloom opens only after heavy rain, as if responding to the sound of storms. But wait. Here's where things get interesting. They have relationships too, quiet partnerships, with the world around them. They're connected with birds, with butterflies, and even with the wind. Some flowers can only be pollinated by one exact species. If that species disappears, then so does the flower. It's a fragile, beautiful balance. And even more surprising, some flowers developed ways of surviving in impossible places. Flowers that bloom through snow. Flowers that open on hot desert mornings. Flowers that grow on top of mountains where the air is thin. Flowers in caves where almost no light exists. Each one has a story. A reason. A rhythm. And yet, through all of this complexity, flowers feel simple to us. Calm. Soft. Safe. Maybe that's why we love them. They show us a world that is gentle and at the same time full of hidden intelligence. Now here's where things get really interesting. Here's a wow moment you might not expect. Flowers can move. Not fast. Not like animals. But slowly. Steadily. Gracefully. Take the sunflower. Most of us visualize a tall yellow blossom in a bright, sun-filled field. But younger sunflowers do something special. They turn their faces across the sky, tracking the sun's path from east to west throughout the day. Scientists call this heliotropism. But you don't need the big word. It simply means sun turning. Imagine a whole field tracking the sun, like a slow-motion wave. A yellow sea moving as one. And here is the amazing part. At night, the young sunflower turns back east, ready for sunrise, like resetting a clock. But sunflowers aren't the only movers. The morning glories twist open at dawn. Tulips raise and lower their blossoms gently according to temperature. Even simple daisies close at night, almost like they're sleeping. Flowers have their own rhythms. Their own internal sense of time. But wait. Yet, there's something even more interesting. Some flowers can feel when they are touched. The sensitive plant, also called Mimosa pudica, folds its leaves when something brushes against it. It's quick. Surprisingly quick. Like a little green heartbeat. Now you might wonder. Why would a plant respond to touch? Scientists believe it helps protect the plant from insects or falling debris. Kind of like a tiny shield. But flowers, too, respond to sound. This is one of the softest, strangest discoveries in botany. Some flowers appear to react to the buzzing of bees. Not all sounds. Not loud sounds. But the exact pitch of a bee's wings. When they hear it, they increase the sugar in their nectar within minutes. It's like the flower is saying, "Oh good, my visitor is here, I should offer the best." A plant adjusting itself because of the sound. It feels magical, but it's real. This next part may surprise you even more. You've seen flowers in daylight. Bright. Colorful. Alive. But in the insect world, flowers appear entirely differently. They glow. Many flowers have UV patterns, ultraviolet shapes, invisible to human eyes. They appear in the forms of targets, arrows, or glowing pathways. Bees use them as landing guides. Almost like airport lights at night. A daisy in UV looks nothing like the daisy you know. It has rings and shadows and bright centers that shine like tiny suns. And here's something even more surprising. Some flowers change color to signal their age. Take, for example, the Japanese primrose. It starts bright red. It fades to a soft pink as it ages. This color shift tells bees. The bright ones are fresh. Go there. It's like a traffic system, gentle, natural, yet incredibly smart. And then, there are those rare flowers with deep secrets. Moonflowers that bloom only in darkness. Queen of the night cactus flowers open once a year. Jasmine that blooms at night and fills the air with scent after midnight. Imagine standing in a quiet desert night. Everything dark. Still, everything. Then, all of a sudden, a white flower blooms in the moonlight. Silent. Fragile. Short-lived. Some blooms last only a single night, then wilt at dawn. Years of a lifetime in mere hours. But wait. There's a deeper truth about flowers that most people never hear. Flowers are not merely decorations. They're survival machines. Engineers of light. Masters of scent. Architects of attraction. And some flowers even heat themselves up. This is a purple blossom known as the skunk cabbage that can melt the snow around it by heating its inner core. It is like a natural stove. They believe that the heat helps attract insects in cold conditions. This brings us to something even more surprising. Here it is, the softest, deepest truth about flowers. Every flower is a message. A message written in color, scent, shape, and time. But the message is not for us. It is for the world that's around it. For bees. For butterflies. For wind. For seasons. A flower is a signal. A guide. A gift. And here's something gentle to think about. Flowers exist because the world needs connection. Plants need insects. Insects require nectar. Life is based upon small relationships. Without flowers, much of life on Earth would disappear. They feed bees. Bees feed ecosystems. Ecosystems feed us. But the emotional part, the important part that we feel deep inside is this. Flowers remind us of softness. Of patience. Of slow miracles. It takes days for one white lily to form. A lotus may rise from the mud every morning, then return to the water at night. In the cold wind of mountains, one tiny alpine flower grows, surviving storms stronger than anything we face. And yet, through all this effort, they are simple beauties to us. That contrast is something humans relate to, heavy work versus peaceful appearance. We work. We push. We grow through tough moments. But to others, we might still appear calm on the outside. This is the silent connection between human beings and flowers. And now, let's explore what this means today. Flowers show us something about life that we often forget. Growth is slow. Soft. Quiet. But steady. A flower does not hurry. It does not worry. It follows light. It follows heat. It follows the seasons. And in a world full of noise and speed, that lesson feels comforting. Think of a blooming tulip. For days, it is closed tight. Then, one morning, with no warning, it opens. Not perfectly. Not all at once. Just about. Humans grow like that too. Flowers also remind us that beauty is temporary, and that's okay. Some blooms last months. Some last a day. Some just for one night. But the duration of their lives in no way alters their purpose. And here's something even softer. Flowers do not bloom for attention. They bloom because it is their nature. Their quiet expression. And you don't have to rush your own blooming either. Here's another insight. Flowers adapt. They find ways to survive in snow, deserts, mountains, and jungles. They change colors. They bend towards light. They store water. They form deep roots. This tells us that flexibility, gentle flexibility, is a kind of strength. Even the tiniest daisy can push its way through a crack in concrete. Softness can be powerful. Here is your final quiet twist. Flowers never see themselves. They never see their own beauty. They bloom without mirrors. Without judgment. Without fear of not being enough. They bloom because life asked them to. Because the world needs them. Because they are made for connection. And in that way, flowers teach us something deep. You don't have to see your own beauty for it to be real. You don't have to understand your full worth for it to exist. Sometimes others see it better. Just like we see the beauty in flowers. Even when they can't see it themselves. And remember that first image, the moonlit flowers opening in the dark. Here's the gentle truth that closes our story. Flowers that bloom at night are not afraid of darkness. They use darkness. They open in it. They trust that the right visitor will find them, even when the world is quiet. Maybe we can do the same. Thank you for drifting with me through this soft world of flowers. We explored how they move, how they listen, how they signal, and how they survive. We discovered hidden UV maps, night blooms, self-heating petals, and ancient rhythms. And we learned the gentle truth. Flowers are the silent messengers of relationships and development. If this brought you peace, you might also enjoy another sleepy science journey, maybe about forests, rivers, the sky, or dreams. There's a whole world waiting for you. So, if you'd like more calming stories like this, please like, subscribe, or leave a soft comment. It helps more than you know. And here's a question for you. Something simple to answer, but peaceful to think about. What is your favorite flower, and what does it make you feel? Sleep well. And bloom, all on your own, in due time.